Hey guys, it's Amanda and today I'm doing this social media book tag. So I have 8 social media sites. I mean, I don't actually have 8 social networking media sites, but I've got a list of 8 sites and I'm going to have a book that perfectly describes each social media networking site. So for Twitter, I've chosen my favourite shortest book that I've read, and my favourite shortest book is called No and Me. Here it is. It's about 245 pages. That's like probably the shortest book I've ever read, and it's actually pretty good. Like, I read it in one sitting. It's basically about this teenage girl who meets a homeless girl on the streets and ends up becoming friends with her, and she invites her to live with her in her home. And her household is already shaken up. Her mother hasn't left the house in years, and her family structure isn't set in stone. Pretty good read. I would totally recommend it, and I think the reason why I got this was because it was so cheap and I'm like, oh, it looks pretty, so yeah. So for Facebook, I've chosen a book that I've been pressured into reading, and for that I've chosen City of Bones. This was probably the only ever book or series that I've caved into reading. Like, I usually don't read books that are mainstream or popular at a certain stage, because I feel like I'm reading it because everyone else is reading it and I don't want anyone to think that. But I had to read this book. Like, I got, I think it was 5 of the books for like $30 on eBay, which was so cheap. And yeah, so I got them and I read them, and yeah, I mean, I don't regret reading it. It's a really good book. Like, I got addicted to it. I'm pretty sure I read a book each day of the holidays. This is when I loved reading. I mean, I still love reading, but I just can't get into it. But yeah, I don't regret reading this at all. I think everyone should read it, and I'm pretty disappointed that there aren't any more movies. Like, there's only a movie for City of Bones, and I mean, I know there's a TV series coming up, but that won't be the same. So for Tumblr, I've chosen a book that I've read before. It was cool. I had trouble choosing a book because most of the books that I have on my bookshelf, I probably read them, not when they were really popular, but they were at that cool stage. So yeah, I'm like, shit, what book can I choose for this? But I ended up choosing All the Bright Places. This was only published this year and it's becoming really, really popular. As I said in one of my other videos, it's becoming a movie. Yeah, it is becoming a movie, yeah. And yeah, this is probably the only book that I've read before. It's cool. I mean, probably not, and I'll totally recommend reading it. For Myspace, I've chosen a book that I don't remember whether I liked it or not. And for that, I chose Tomorrow When the War Began. I obviously have the movie cover thing. Yeah, I don't remember if I like this book or if, yeah, I just don't know. It's a blur, to be honest. I don't even know. Like, I mean, I probably only remember what it's about because of the movie. But yeah, I haven't read any of the other books to the series. The one thing that I do remember about this book is that the font is really shit. Like, it's really, it's bold and it's like tiny and squashed up together, and yeah. But yeah, I don't remember anything else to it, like the plot, or yeah, it's just a blur. Moving on. For Instagram, I've chosen a book with a gorgeous cover, or a book so beautiful that I've had to Instagram it, but I'm pretty sure I have not Instagrammed this book. Yeah, actually no, I don't think I have, which is pretty sad because it's an amazing book. And it's Connor France's A Work in Progress. Yeah, it's aesthetically pleasing. Like, it is beautiful. Like, when I open it, like, look at that. It's beautiful. Beautiful job, Connor, beautiful. Yeah. It's just beautiful, okay? I don't know what else to say. My favourite cover on earth. And for YouTube, I've chosen a book that I wish would be turned into a movie. And for that, I've chosen The Hunt. Yeah, this is an amazing book. Like, I can't emphasize how amazing it is. Like, more people need to read it. Like, I've tried getting people into reading it, but they end up reading it and they stop. And like, honestly, okay, I understand. Like, when you first read it, it is weird and don't even know what to say, but yeah, once you move past that, it is amazing. Like, the plot, A+, characters, A+, like everything is A+. But yeah, if this was a movie, it would be really cool. Because it's like, I mean, I don't like comparing books to each other, but it's sort of like the Hunger Games, but with vampires. Another thing, I don't like books with vampires, but I got stuck to this one. Yeah. Like, if it was a movie, it would be amazing. Like, I've already got the actors and actresses in my head, and maybe I could end up directing the movie. Who knows? But yeah, amazing if it was a movie. All my goals right there. And for Goodreads, I've chosen a book that I would recommend to everyone. Now, I've got lots of books and I've read lots of books, and even though there are really good books on my bookshelf, the one book that I recommend to everyone, and I know I've already used it for this tag, but I really don't care, is A Work in Progress by Connor Branter. Now, it is an amazing book. Like, you have to read it, even if you don't know who Connor is. Like, even though yes, it is about his life, it's kind of like he's having a conversation with you, and there's amazing advice in there, words of wisdom. Like, I can't believe it was written by Connor. Like, he's so young, and yeah, he's just got so much wisdom and so much good advice, and yeah, you learn a lot through his experiences, so I would recommend anyone and everyone to read it. If I hadn't read it, I don't know where I would be right now, because I've changed so much of my ways of thinking and so much of my life because of this book. And I really want to do a book review on it, so I should do that soon, because there is so much more to say, and amazing does not describe it, and everything that I've said probably does not justify how good it is. But yeah, I would recommend you to read it. Like, it is so good. For Skype, I've chosen a book with characters that I could talk to instead of just reading about, and for that I've chosen The Hunger Games. You wouldn't want to have a conversation with Katniss, Peter and Gale. Like, maybe not Gale, I mean, he's not that amazing, like, to be honest, but like Katniss and Peter and, like, you know, Haymitch and who else is there? I'm terrible with character names. Oh my gosh. And Effie, oh my gosh, it would be so cool to talk to her, and Prim, and basically everyone. Like, this would be like, I would love to talk to the characters, like have a conversation with them, sit down with them, chill. Maybe Peter can fall in love with me. That wouldn't like make sense, but like, yeah, that'd be so cool. No, but yeah, it would be so cool to have a conversation with them. I was thinking like maybe Harry Potter, but like, I don't know, Harry Potter, you know, even though yes, that is probably one of my first series that I've ever read, and probably like, it's probably up there as one of my favourites, I wouldn't want to have a conversation with any of them, to be honest. Like, I don't know. I don't know, I'm okay with just reading about them, but with the Hunger Games, like, I need to talk to them. Like, that would be goals right there. So that's all that I have for my social media book tag. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe. If you want to leave a comment, you don't have to, do whatever you want. But yeah, cool. See ya!